All right there, folks. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you as always. How are we? How are we all doing? Sorry it's a bit late. I've had a little bit of a lie-in, trying to catch up on some sleep. How did we all get on yesterday? No dice for me, personally, on the treble. That was a rough day at tennis. You know what? Weren't necessarily bad reads, but we have most definitely reached a point in a tournament where it's obvious who doesn't want to be here and who does. You know what? Let's talk about it. There's no point in shying away from it. That's never going to do us any good. So Arthur Indinich against David Goffin. Statistically, we received a third of the Arthur Indinich that turned up against Christopher O'Connell. 10 receiver points, 1-0. We threatened with 0 breaks. 0 resistance from Rinderknech. He didn't try. It is what it is. David Goffin looked like Yannick Sinner. He just couldn't put a ball wrong yesterday. Well done to him. What else did we take? Look, so Sabo Field got beaten straight sets as well. I couldn't believe that. I didn't see that one coming. I seen someone in the comments who took Lane Etienne on the money line. Like, fair play to that one. Look, fucking crucify me. I'll let an ITF/challenger player slip through the cracks. It is what it is. We've never had a day like that on this channel since I've started it. You're bound to have a couple along the road. Don't let it put you off. Don't let it put you off. These players don't even want to be at this tournament, so the fact that we are, you know, I'll be honest with you boys, I'm probably going to do today. We'll see how it goes today. And then I think I'm going to do a video for the Premier League tomorrow. And then I'm just going to get ready for the US Open. Not going to force much shit on this one, especially after yesterday. It's very apparent no one cares about this. So I don't really know why we should, but for the sake of the channel, we'll see what we can get. And what else? Look, the one that surprised me the most, Borna Coric. Borna Coric. Now, I wish I could sit here and say he didn't want to be there, but he most definitely did. He tried to win that game. If you watched it, you'll know the same as me. He tried to win that game. He looked like he was going to win it. He just couldn't. 5-3 up, advantage Coric in the third set. And he shits his kicks, gives his serve away, and he loses the match. What can you do about that? What can you do about that? Not much. Alex Michelson won. Christopher Eubanks beats a Fueling as well. And look, the one saving grace for me, Pablo Carreño Buster ended up beating Vukic. That's all that I could take from yesterday. That sort of saved me day a little. I'm not going to let the picks bother me. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. We all seem, well, most of us seem pretty aligned on yesterday's picks anyway. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't be worrying about it, folks. Stay positive. For those that are staying positive as well, thanks for hanging in there. I think we had like one person subscribe yesterday, and then after the picks, they just unsubscribed, and I was laughing my head off. It's so funny, isn't it? It's so funny, man, as well. And there's someone in the comments as well. I haven't seen them for like the past 2 weeks while we've been winning like every day in the Masters. But as soon as we've got one loss now, it's like, oh, fucking, this, that, fucking. Have a fucking word with yourself, will you? Have a word with yourself. Have you seen the state of this tournament? Have you seen the fucking state of the tournament? We've literally got a tournament with a bunch of scrubs right after the Masters and right before the US Open. Me personally, I weren't even going to do videos for this tournament, but I've got faith. I still feel like we can get something. So before we get into the quarters, like the video if you would, subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel as well, there's a link in the description. You can do just that. Speaking of that, yesterday afternoon we had one from Roger, and I seen him in the comments on yesterday's video. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard. Try and get some wins today, innit? Day of redemption's upon us, folks. Right then, who do we start with here? Who do we start? I'll tell you what, we'll just start with this one. So David Goffin's playing Dinky. I was going to say David Goffin looked fucking fantastic yesterday against Rinderknech, but this is so rough, innit? How can you say someone looked fantastic against someone who just didn't care? It's hard, innit? 15-5. since around June. Like he is playing good. He is playing. He's playing really good. David Goffin, Rinky Hijikata. We just said about Borna Koric. Like how he won that game. Like, that just shows you how bad Borna Koric ended up playing. That he won that game because I think he's not that consistent at all. At all. I mean, we can only go off what we seen yesterday. We can only go off what we seen yesterday because as has been proven, recent form means fuck all in this tournament because the people that done good yesterday, are they just going to realise they're in good form and just not want to win today because the USO? I don't know. I don't know. Depends how you look at it, I suppose. Got to be David Goffin winning this one. I can't see many people thinking Hijikata's going to win this, just looking at it for what it is on paper and the eye test yesterday. Like, all right, like Rinderknech looked bad, but David Goffin did look really good. Like I said, he didn't put a ball wrong. He couldn't put a ball out, even if he tried. Serve was really good as well. Serve was really good. Hijikata was all but done. He was literally all but dead against Coric. Like you couldn't get closer to defeat, and he just shit the bed so bad. Like we've seen a few of them the past week or two, haven't we? We've seen Holger Rune, Fabian Madison, now fucking Borna Koric. It'd have to be David Goffin. It'd have to be 1.6 on the decimal. I don't think these have played each other before. I'd be going with David Goffin. I don't know whether it's an official from me, but that's probably as confident as I'm going to get for the rest of the day, if I'm being honest with you folks. Stick with David Goffin. He should get that one done. Um, all right, we'll do this one. So Pavel Kotov's playing Lorenzo Sonego here. What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing here, man? Head to head's 2-0 to Kotov. He's actually beaten twice within the last, call it the last year, 10 months last year. So he already beat him in Doha in straight sets, and then he beat him in Stockholm in 2023, straight sets. Pavel Kotov's the underdog. I think Sonego is going to be he's most definitely the highest seed left in this tournament. He's not going to win the title, is he? He's not going to win the title. He's only won 3 in his entire career. I don't know. I don't know. No, me personally, I can't see Sonego win the title. I can see him beating Pavel Kotov, but I just don't trust either of these. He's beat him twice in the last 10 months. Like, Sonego hasn't even took a set off him. I feel like Kotov's been, look, I don't really rate him, but he's definitely been the better player this year on the hard courts anyway. Where's the records? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Just add you. Well, like I say, well better 6-6 as opposed to Sonego's 8-10. Kotov 17-16 on the year. Sonego 20-25. Kotov slight underdog in this one. Well, 2.25. I'm seeing 2.2. Yeah, let's call it 2.2. Just beats Vajda 2-1. Beat Muller 2-1. Sonego did get the walkover against Shang. I expect I would have bet on Shang to win that one anyway. And he beat Stricher in 2. I don't know. This is a rough one. It's a rough one. So even looking at like the wins coming into this, Sonego's got one against Borna Koric, Talon Griekspoor, Alexander Muller, someone whose name I can't even pronounce in Croatia. And then as for Pavel Kotov, Cam Norrie, Stan Wawrinka, Christian Garin. Then he's also been beat by Stan Wawrinka, Djukovic. There's a loss to Sinner in there. A very, very close game with Jordan Thompson in Wimbledon. I remember that. Berrettini. I wouldn't mind Kotov taking a set in this one. I never bet him either. I never bet on this lad anymore, but 1.7, 1.67. Yeah, let's call it that. Averaging 1.67 on the decimal for Sonego. He is rested. He is the much rested player. There's no doubt about that. But again, is he? When was? I don't know. I don't even think he is. Is he when the Kotov play? Oh yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, can't even remember when Kotov played. Was he the last game? It was like yeah, all the days have sort of mixed into one, boys, with them like going over into the early hours. So you'll have to bear with me. Kotov for a set. Kotov for a set. Head to head's 2-0. Like Sonego's never taken a set off him before. Although knowing this tournament, this would be the one where Sonego just fucking bagels him and then bagels him again. Yeah, fuck it. Not overthinking it. Kotov for a set. Either of them could win. Either of them could win this. I'd probably fancy Kotov to just take a set off him based off the recent head to head. Next one. Oh, got Alex Michelson, Christopher Eubanks. Alex Michelson, Christopher Eubanks, head to heads 1-0 to Eubanks. When was that? When was that? It was in Mallorca last year on the grass. 2-1. Alex Michelson's 1.5 here. Well, he's as low as 1.4 as well. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time I can start admitting this. Like Alex Michelson's been playing good. He's been playing well better than Eubanks anyway. Well better than Eubanks. 18 and 10 on the hard court this year as Eubanks. Well, Eubanks 8 and 8. 30-26 for Michelson overall. 14-21 for Christopher Eubanks. All American clash. What you reckon's going to happen on this one? This is where the need is. Eubanks as just beats a Fulham, but that guy can be pretty inconsistent. Same with Hugo Gaston. Don't know how much we can take from that. Beat Adam Walton. He's just been beat by Seffield in straight sets on the Challenger Tour. He's been beat by Jacob Fairley on the Challenger Tour. Mm. I think, look, Michelson's looking well better than this lad. And I'm sure. Have I just seen that right? Oh, it's his birthday this weekend. 25th of the 8th. Oh, that's sound. I reckon he'll fancy himself for a win here. Fuskovics in 2, Zizou Bergs in 2. That close game against Sinner in Cincinnati. Yeah. Got to be Alex Michelson, this one, boys. Got to be. I'm pretty certain there's nothing I'm missing on this. Like, I watched a little bit of both of these games. I didn't watch all of the Eubanks one, but I caught a bit of the last set. Seemed like it could have went either way. Alex Michelson's leaving no doubt. He's leaving no doubt for me. 1.5. I can get him at 1.5 on. What's that saying there? Paddy Power? Surely not. That can't be right. That's got to be a mistake. Paddy Power give you shit odds on the tennis. 1.45 seems reasonable. I'm pretty certain Michelson wins this one. Pretty certain he is the better player, more in form. Yeah, I think we can put our trust in Alex Michelson today, fellas. And the last one is, oh, where's it gone? Lena Tien, Pablo Carreño Busta. Obviously, these haven't played each other before. Carreño Busta 1.6 on the decimal. Rough, rough. Look, I'm not going to take anything away from this kid. Like, this kid did surprise me yesterday. He really did. I'm not just going to go, oh, he was lucky, this and that. He went, like, he done well to beat Sabo Field. If it was the Rinderknech game, I'd go, yeah, he got given it. But Sabo Field did try to win that match. He just weren't good enough. Straight sets for Tien. Looking at this kid's previous record, he's won a shit ton of games. He has won a shit ton of games recently. As a matter of fact, where's the number? Let me just count. 34 of his last 36 games he's won. Now that is really impressive. But as I mentioned at the start, like, I don't really watch the ITF. I don't like. I have just about time to watch the ATP. I go to work all day. I come home. I have ATP. I try to keep a loose eye on the ITF, but there will be players that tend to slip through the cracks. I do apologise if they do, but I say, what the fuck am I apologising for? It is what it is, innit? It's Winston-Salem. It's fucking Winston-Salem. Crucify me that ITF kid got a fucking win, and I didn't think he would. It is what it is. He could probably beat Krenio Worcester today, considering he's one of the best fucking players in the world, apparently. 2.4 on the decimal for Lane Etienne. Not a bad shout. If you were so confident in taking him yesterday, I imagine you'd just take him again today, innit? Krenio Worcester, that game against Vukic, I did say that'd be his hardest one so far, and it was. You know, straight sets against Kumar, straight sets against Shevchenko, and then he ended up going 3 sets with Vukic. But I was never really in doubt that Krenio Buster was going to get that one done. It was just a matter of when. I know I said Krenio Buster probably wins the title, and I do think he does. I'm sticking to that, but just looking at, look what's happened to me here. Fabian Madison shit the bed so bad against Lane Etienne. Like, just because of that game against Sabo Field, let's not go on like he's like fucking Djokovic or Yannick Sinner, because he's not. He got pasted in that second set tiebreak by Fabian Madison, didn't he? And then, we know what happened after that. It's just them last two opponents, I can't trust either of them. Certainly Sabo Field anymore after that, but Fabian Madison, we've spoke about him quite a lot recently. Am I just gonna, stick my tail between my legs now and go, I'll just take Lane at the end? No, I'm not gonna do that at all. If he wins this one, which he's clearly more than capable of, fair play to him. Fair play to the kid. Like, you can only wish the best for him, can't you? We don't hate on this one. Kenyo Busters look really good. He just looks solid, Danny. An overall game, like, I can only go off what I know and not what I've seen yesterday. Like, I've never watched any Lane TN games. I imagine a lot of us haven't. Like, you can't expect me to sit there and believe you watch all the ITF games and all the Challenger games and all the ATP games. It's frankly fucking impossible. If you're around my age and you've got a job, there's no way you can do that. All you can go off is results and stats. Like, he doesn't even win them all. It was just them losses, Hugo Grenier, and then against Boo as well. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. There is no doubt. Like, there's no denying how good this lad's been. How old's he? 19. He's only 19, 39. Oh, listen to me. 39-5 this year. 39-4 on the hard court. I imagine about 35 of them have come on the Challenger or the ITF. So, very misleading. Although, admittingly, he does look good. He does look like a solid player. I'm going to stay away from this one. I'm going to stay away from this one purely because I don't fancy getting screwed over by him again. I'm not just doubling back on myself after taking Cranial Buster all week and then going, oh, I'm taking Lane TM for a set. I don't really do that. Let me know in the comments what you're going for on that. As a matter of fact, you think you could take him for a set? You think you? You know what? I'm not going to risk it. Not going to risk it. Let me know what you're going for on that one, fellas. Get involved. That's all the minute. Sound. That's all them. What are we going for? Look, I'm not going to force anything. If it's pinned, it's pinned. I'll probably try and get a little double, see what the odds are. I think David Goffin beats Hijikata. I really do, based on what we've seen. And I would suggest the other one being Alex Michelsen to beat Christopher Eubanks. I think that's as safe as it's going to get. I really do. David Goffin on the money line, Michelsen on the money line. What you reckon the odds are for that? Should we check dead quick? Ah, fuck it. I'll pin it anyway. We'll see what the odds are. Get involved, folks. Thanks for the support. Means a lot. stay involved. Appreciate all the interactions and all that. Be nice to one another. You know, we're a team on here, aren't we? We win together and we lose together. And like I said, that was the first day in the history of the channel where we've got 0 right. And they were 0 fucking stinkers as well. You weren't to know. We've done absolutely fantastic in the good tournaments, all the tournaments that mean something. I'm just looking forward to the US Open, boys. Looking ahead to that. We'll see how we get on today. Premier League predictions will be up tomorrow, and then probably give it the weekend. When's the US Open starts? It Monday or Tuesday? Bank holiday on Monday, so I'm off. So if it's that, happy days. We'll do a little US Open preview as well, probably before the actual picks, go through like outrights and who's in form, who's out of form. A little something different, but just getting us warmed up. Right then, David Goffin, Alex Michelson, happy days. Lock it in. Let me know what you're going for. Take it easy, folks. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Like the video if you would. Subscribe if you're not. If you want to support the channel, you can do just that. Links in the description and the pinned comment. See you tomorrow.